So, something big is happening in London in June 2026. And if you look at the internal blueprint for this event, it's pretty clear this is not your average industry conference. Not even close. We're talking about a meticulously designed, high-stakes plan to basically rewire the entire global insurance industry from the ground up.
Right. Let's just pause on this for a second. This single line, and this comes directly from their internal planning documents, it just sets this incredibly serious tone. This isn't about grabbing a coffee and swapping business cards. It's a commissioning. You know, like a mission? The goal here is nothing less than to redefine an entire industry's purpose on a national, maybe even a global scale.
And at the absolute heart of this mission is a pretty radical idea: to completely flip our perception of what insurance even is. The plan is to transform it from what most of us see as this, kind of boring reactive safety net into a proactive, powerful engine. They're literally calling it a strategic weapon for driving national growth.
So the London mandate is really built on these three core missions. First, they need to prove that the industry is absolutely essential to the UK's entire industrial strategy. Second, they have to show that all these ambitious plans for future cities and climate-proof infrastructure, they can't happen unless this industry is there to underwrite the risk. And third, and this is a big one, they need to solve their own talent crisis by rebranding themselves as the place to go for high-impact global problem-solving.
But to be the hero, you first gotta face your monsters. And the blueprint sets this whole thing up like a quest to defeat 10 interconnected global challenges. It bundles them all together under this one pretty ominous name: the Poly Crisis. These are the villains of our story.
Okay, this is where it gets really clever. To explain these massive, kind of scary problems, the blueprint uses what it calls a decoder ring. It's brilliant, really. Instead of just throwing complex jargon at you, it uses these simple analogies. So, escalating cyber risk, that's like a castle with secret doors that just keep popping up out of nowhere. Geopolitical chaos, that's like trying to play a board game when someone keeps changing the rules on you. It's a super effective way to make sure everyone, and I mean everyone, understands exactly what they're up against.
So, how do you fight these villains, right? The plan isn't just to sit around and talk about problems, it's to actually deliver solutions. The whole summit is designed to unveil a really powerful set of new financial tools and policies, and they're framed as the magic weapons needed for this quest.
And the first weapon they're planning to show off is a big one: £50 billion. It's a massive number, obviously designed to make you sit up and pay attention. But the real question is, where in the world does this capital actually come from?
It comes from this thing, the Solvency Accelerator. Basically, the blueprint explains this is a new government rule. Think of it like a key specifically designed to unlock what it calls the 50 billion pension vault and redirect a huge pool of money that's just kind of sitting in low-yield assets right now.
And this visual just illustrates the whole process perfectly. You've got this massive reservoir of pension money, but it's held back by this dam of old regulations. The new rule, this key, comes in, breaks the dam, and suddenly you've created a new £50 billion river of capital, flowing right where it's needed, into UK infrastructure and tech.
All right, the next weapon in this toolkit is called the First Law Shield. This is fascinating. This is where the state basically says, okay, we'll take the first bullet on this risky but nationally important project. By absorbing those initial potential losses, it de-risks the whole venture, making it safe and super attractive for billions in private capital to just flood right in.
So now, the industry has these powerful new weapons. But look, having them is one thing. Knowing how to actually use them together under extreme pressure, that's something else entirely. And this is where the summit pivots, from just theory into a full-on live-action test.
First off, they're innovating on the actual product level. They're introducing new policies like the Converged Industrial Risk Policy, or CIRP. See, the problem today is if a hacker takes over a factory robot and just smashes the place up, your cyber insurance and your property insurance just point fingers at each other. The CIRP is designed to be a single seatbelt that covers both things, the data breach and the physical damage.
And then comes the ultimate test. The blueprint lays out this plan for a live, high-pressure wargame for all 2,000 people there. It's a simulation of a total systemic crisis, and it all kicks off with a catastrophic nationwide power outage.
But it gets worse. Of course it does. The grid failure isn't some accident. Nope. It's triggered by a sophisticated, state-backed cyber attack, which causes a massive breach of the capital markets.
And just to push the whole system to its absolute breaking point, at the exact same moment, a critical AI system goes rogue. It's the polycrisis we talked about, but activated all at once. Total chaos.
And they've even got a nickname for this whole thing, the flight simulator for CEOs. How great is that? The goal here is to force every single person in that room to use these new weapons, the Solvency Accelerator, that first loss shield, the new CIRP policies, all at once, together, in real time. The mission? Stop a full-blown economic meltdown before it's too late.
So the crucial point to get here is that this whole event isn't just about theories or even some crazy high-pressure test. It's designed to create a lasting legacy. A new contract, really, between the government, the financial markets, and the future of the entire country.
The entire 3-day quest is engineered to lead up to this one moment, the forging of the Quantum Accord. I mean, what a name, right? It implies this fundamental leap forward. This is a final, unified mandate that takes every lesson learned, every pledge made, and synthesizes it into a single mission statement. And then, in a final ceremony, all 2,000 attendees are asked to stand up and ratify it together.
The London Mandate is without a doubt one of the most ambitious blueprints I've ever seen for an industry summit. It's trying to reframe insurance not as just some product you buy, but as a form of national economic governance. And really, it leaves us with this final, really provocative thought. Is this bold, meticulously planned quest the actual future, or is it just a fantasy?